Good morning, everyone. Good morning, members of the press. Good morning, the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Honorable Dauda Jallo, and your team. Thank you for accepting our invitation to come and take part in this monthly press conference. I welcome members of the press to this very important monthly press conference that we organize at the Ministry of Information to ensure that we bridge the gap, the information gap between the government and the public. Now, the media fraternity is a critical partner. You are the focal point between the government and the people. We provide information and you share that information to the public. We thank you for your support and your partnership. In our drive to ensure proactive disclosure of information, that is why we organize events like the press conference and the Mansakunda, but also other events to provide the public with authentic, accurate, relevant, and timely information. This, we think, is part of our drive as a government to be accountable to the people, but also to be transparent in our drive to consolidate our newfound democracy. Now, before we start the press conference, I'd like to bring you updates from government since we last met. The first update, as you are all aware, there was a small border issue, a challenge between the Gambia and Senegal at border in Farafenni, when the Gambia government introduced an e-tracking system to track trucks in transit from Senegal to Casamas. This caused some issue, leading to protests at the border. The Gambia government sent a delegation, the Senegalese government sent a delegation. Our delegation was led by the Honorable Minister of Transport and Trade, and their counterparts from Senegal. We met in Mansakonko, the famous Mansakonko Accord, and we agreed on some key points to be able to resolve the situation. And I think the accords were mutually beneficial to both countries, but also it will enhance the bilateral ties, the strong bilateral and brotherly ties between Gambia and Senegal. The second update has to do with the inspection tour by the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, accompanied by cabinet ministers and senior government officials, embarked on an inspection tour of ongoing projects across the country. This tour reflects the President's commitment to ensuring national progress and development. Among the sites the President visited, as you know, the government of the Gambia, through partners, particularly MRC Holland Foundation, is building extra 250 houses. They call them dormitories at the Gambia College for Gambia College students. Apart from, in addition to repairing and renovating existing dormitories, the government, with partnership with MRC Holland Foundation, is also building extra 250 to 300 dormitories for the purpose and use of Gambia College students. We also visited, and the President also visited the new USET building. The University of Science and Tech is building a massive building behind the Gambia College premises there in Brikama. The work is ongoing and has reached a very advanced stage. The President also visited the new hospital in Farato with 1,500 beds, also advanced stage. This is to ensure that the Gambia builds ultra-modern healthcare facilities in the country to provide not only access to healthcare, but also quality healthcare. In addition, the President also proceeded and visited the new ultra-modern medicines lab facility they are building at Brusubi. And then the stadium works that are going on, the President also visited as well. This underscores the government's commitment to provide infrastructural development to boost and enhance socio-economic development. The third update has to do with the launch of a climate change adaptation project. On August 9, 2024, the Vice President, His Excellency Mohamed B.S. Jallo, launched the Scaling Up Locally Led Adaptation and Transformation Humanitarian Responses to Climate Change. This project is led by the Gambia Red Cross and is a major step forward in addressing the country's environmental challenges. Update 4, Gambian Turkish Business Council meeting. President Barrow held discussions with members of the Gambian Turkish Business Council on potential trade opportunities and investments. The President advised the Council to not only focus on exporting raw materials, but also engage in manufacturing, in alignment with the government's goal of achieving universal electricity access by 2025, which could attract further investments into this country. Update 5, UNDP signs MOU with MOHAST. It's called MOU with UNDP with Uniport at USET. On August 23, 2024, the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Per Gomez, signed an MOU with the UNDP to establish a Uniport at USET's Kanifing campus. This state-of-the-art facility will focus on innovation, technological development, and skills acquisition to tackle youth unemployment. Update 6, Gambia-China collaboration on TVET education. The Ministry of Education again has signed 2 MOUs with the Yinhua Polytechnic of Construction and Liugong Machinery South Africa Limited to enhance TVET education and establish boreholes at TVET centers. This marks a significant step in strengthening bilateral ties between the Gambia and the People's Republic of China. Update 7, the Gambia resumes diplomatic ties with Iran. The Republic of the Gambia has resumed diplomatic relations with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Update 8 has to do with cabinet approvals. Cabinet has approved 3 policy papers aimed at addressing widespread poverty and vulnerability in the Gambia, and these include, amongst others, the proposed duty waiver policy presented by the Honorable Minister of Finance, Sidi Keta, but also the National Action Plan to End Plastic Pollution in the Gambia by 2033, presented by the Minister of Environment, Honorable Rohey John Manjang. The penultimate update has to do with the Badia Finance Facility. The Badia Finance Facility is now open for application from the Gambian business community, offering new opportunities for economic growth, but also to help stabilize food prices in this country. And finally, VP Diallo visits Senegal. Vice President, His Excellency, Mohamed B.S. Diallo recently concluded a 2-day visit to Senegal, where he met with Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko to strengthen ties in fisheries, defense, and MCC cooperation, focusing on peace, mutual development, and capacity building. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the updates from government. And as the chair has announced, today we have a very important guest. We all know that for the past 2 weeks, the debate that has filled the airspace has to do with the draft constitution, which has been gazetted by the Gambia government through the Ministry of Justice. So, Mr. Chair, that's it for me. Thank you.